How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe with your channel notifications turned on by clicking that bell icon. That way you'll never miss another upload. After you've joined the notification squad, make sure to drop us a comment down below saying I subscribed or hashtag notification squad for your chance to be featured in our video shoutout at the end of the month, where you guys can get your name and comment on screen for everyone else watching to see. Last but not least, if you guys are fans of Pawn Stars, make sure to drop a like on this video and give it a big old thumbs up. Now without further ado, let's jump into the world of Pawn Stars and take a look at 5 people who got rich off the old man. Number 1. Jeff.
Hey, what do we got here?
A whole lot of silver.
Let me help you out real quick.
The old man is crazy about silver. He's going to be like a kid on Christmas morning when he sees this.
It seems fitting that one of the biggest purchases to ever happen in the gold and silver pawn shop comes from silver itself. Jeff, a man who had been collecting silver with his father since his early childhood, strolled into the gold and silver pawn shop, tugging behind him a cart full of silver coins and blocks. Rick and the old man were both stunned by the sheer amount of silver that Jeff had just brought into the shop, and it was determined that Jeff was in fact carrying with him over 3,000 ounces of it. Rick was immediately excited to see such an interesting opportunity arise, and even stated that the old man was going to love it, as whenever he sees silver, he's like a kid in a candy shop. Maybe that love for silver was originally what sparked the name of the gold and silver coin shop that we mentioned at the start of the video. Anyways, after drilling through one of these silver blocks to confirm it was indeed legitimate, Rick and the old man measured everything out piece by piece, and the grand total they came up with was $110,901. After a little negotiating, Rick decided to throw in an extra $99 for the sake of it and round out the purchase to an even $111,000, to which Jeff agreed. Meaning, thanks to Rick and the old man, Jeff's bank account is now 6 figures larger. What's even more peculiar about this specific purchase is what Rick ended up doing with some of the silver afterwards. A little while down the road, and Rick actually ended up melting down some of the silver and turning it into collector's coins, engraved with the old man's face and the slogan, "In the old man we trust." What's even cooler than that is the fact that you can actually purchase these silver coins on the Gold and Silver Pawn website for $85 US. So even after his passing, the old man is still bringing money into the shop.
I bought it 12 years ago for way less than that. 111 sounds good to me.
All right, steal 111.
I'm really glad my dad taught me to invest.
Number 2. The owner of this 1932 Lincoln Roadster.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
How's it going? What do we have here?
You got a 1932 Ford Roadster here.
It's nice.
This thing's gotta be fast.
An older gentleman, whose name remains a mystery, came into the pawn shop wanting to sell his pristine condition 1932 Lincoln Roadster, which was clearly well maintained and cared for over the course of its life, immediately proving to viewers and Rick, alongside the old man, that the car would be worth a pretty penny. This V12 powered 150 horsepower Roadster was the cream of the crop back when it was created, and the old man and Rick knew they could make a decent profit off of it if they found the right buyer, which is why they offered the owner $95,000, which the owner happily accepted. But the story doesn't end there. The proud new owner of $95,000 slid that cash right back across the counter to Rick and the old man, and instead bought $95,000 worth of gold from the pawn shop, an investment that the owner thought was a little bit more lucrative. From my understanding, most cars get sold for cash, checks, or other vehicles, and normally gold is not something you get in return for your vehicle, but hey, in this case, it's actually a pretty cool story.
$68,250 is a fair price. It really is.
All right, $68,250.
All right, we got a deal, man. I got a pretty cool car.
Number 3. Shipwrecked.
So what do we got here?
This is my 1602 Shipwreck Dutch East India Company bell.
I just love old shipwreck items. You can just imagine the journey they've been on.
Sunken treasure is always something that a pawn shop is looking for, and it just so happens that Rick and the old man stumbled across some when this woman brought in a 17th century ship's bell into the gold and silver pawn shop. The woman, prior to bringing it into the shop, was actually considering putting it up for sale in a yard sale, but I can say with confidence no one would have paid the price that the old man and Rick did for it. While initially the old man was a little hesitant about the bell and thought that it might be a reproduction due to its lack of physical erosion and other deteriorations, a little extra examination and the help of a local expert confirmed that the bell was actually from 1602, and its value was estimated to be roughly $15,000 at least. Like I said, I highly doubt any yard sale visitors were packing with them 15 grand looking for a shipwrecked bell, and this woman walked away with a nice fat stack of cash courtesy of Rick and the old man.
I'm moving. This is going to pay all my moving expenses and maybe even get me a big screen TV.
Number 4. Car dealerships.
Wow. This thing is nice.
This is a catch me out.
This is like one of the holy grails of American coins. I'll do 95. That's it.
This one may sound like a weird entry to this list, but hear me out. The Pawn Stars show has seen its fair share of cars make their way into the lot or into an episode in some way, shape, or form. But the shop's collection, compared to the old man's personal stash, is simply nothing. Before passing away, the old man actually owned a 1963 Cadillac Sedan DeVille, a 1983 Imperial 4-door, a 1996 Imperial convertible, a 57 Chevrolet 150, a 55 Ford F100 pickup, and a 1937 Oldsmobile. And out of all of those cars, the old man said that the 63 Caddy was actually his favorite. On top of that already extensive list, Richard Harrison also was heavy into Mopar cars and owned a handful of them as well, including a 65 Barracuda and a 70s Roadrunner. If you can't tell from this list, old school is definitely where the old man felt at home. And while the rest of the world adapted to the latest and most advanced vehicles, the old man stuck with what he knew best throughout his entire life.
It was originally a Ford, as all Shelbys were.
There was right around 100 modifications that Shelby did to a Ford Mustang to make the GT350.
Number 5. Rick Harrison and the Pawn Stars crew. If it wasn't for Richard Old Man Harrison, none of the Pawn Stars cast or crew, or honestly, even the shop, would ever exist. Bringing his family over to Las Vegas, Nevada, set in stone everything we know about Pawn Stars today, meaning that Rick and company are technically people who ended up getting rich off of the old man. As of lately, Rick Harrison's net worth is upwards of $8 million, and back in 2014, he was reportedly earning over $15,000 per episode, or for the sake of this video, one sunken ship's bell per episode. Even more recently, it's become known that Austin Lee Russell, aka Chumlee, is making $25,000 an episode, which is pretty nice in all honesty for someone who isn't even of the Harrison bloodline. Not only did the old man introduce Rick, Corey, and the rest of the Harrisons to Vegas's wild pawn shop markets, a lot of credit behind the Pawn Stars show can be attributed to him as well. I think it is safe to say that the old man was a generous one at that and had his family in mind first whenever he came across a new business venture or decision. Obviously, Richard Harrison was the oldest out of all of the Pawn Stars cast and crew, but he was also considered the wisest and definitely the most professional. As you can see, whenever the old man, Corey, Rick, and Chumlee were seen out in public together, the old man seemed to always be wearing a suit while everyone else was just a little bit underdressed. He definitely always had business in mind but kept his family first, and truly that is a lifestyle that we should all respect.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, John.
Have you been naughty or nice? Nice Santa outfit.
Born Richard Benjamin Harrison Jr., the old man of Pawn Stars quickly became one of the world's most iconic television stars. In April of 1981, the old man moved his wife and 3 sons to Las Vegas, Nevada, where he opened the Gold and Silver Coin Shop, which was later adapted into the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop by himself and Rick Harrison, one of the old man's sons. Of course, the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop would become a second home to the old man before he passed away back in June of 2018, and was also where he saw his rise to superstardom thanks to the Pawn Stars television show. And there you guys have it. Those are 5 people who got rich off of the old man. If you guys enjoyed this video, or if you're a fan of Pawn Stars, make sure to drop a like on it and give this video a big old thumbs up, as it would be much appreciated. Of course, if you guys are new here to the channel, feel free to subscribe and click that bell icon to turn on notifications. That way you'll be able to know every single time a new video goes live. After you've joined the notification squad, be sure to let us know down in the comments below by saying I subscribed or hashtag notification squad for your chance to be featured in our video shoutout at the end of the month, where you guys can actually get your name and comment featured on screen and in the video for everyone else watching to see. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you all later.